What if handling customer inquiries, quotes, and orders wasn't, three separate headaches? In this explainer, we're going to break down how unifying them into one single, seamless process can completely transform your workflow. So let's dive right in. So, does this sound familiar? Your day feels like a constant battle, right? You're switching between spreadsheets, your email, and maybe even some other software just to get a quote out the door or process an order. It's a common struggle, and honestly, that's where all the mistakes happen, and so much time just gets wasted. But what if you could just get rid of all that juggling? Imagine having one intuitive platform where an initial inquiry just flows seamlessly into a detailed quote, and then, boom, into a confirmed order, all inside one single workflow. Okay, so how does this effortless workflow actually work in practice? Let's break down the steps, and you'll see it's surprisingly simple. It really just boils down to 3 simple steps. That's it. First, you pick your customer or your supplier. Next, you add the items or services they're asking about, and then you just save it. The system takes it from there, turning it into an inquiry, a quote, or an order, whatever you need. And this is where the magic of automation really kicks in. The second you select a vendor, boom, their address, their contact info, it all just loads up. You add an item, all its tax codes and units pop right in. What this means is you can actually focus on the important stuff, right? Like getting the price and quantity right, instead of getting bogged down in all that repetitive data entry. But this is way more than just a tool to enter data faster. A truly smart system gives you the business intelligence you need right when you're in the middle of making a decision. Okay, imagine this. You're building a quote for a customer. What if, right on that same screen, you could instantly pull up every single past transaction for that customer and for that specific item? Seriously, no more digging through old files or trying to rack your brain to remember what you charged them last year. And you can see just how powerful this is. The system showing a complete history for an item, all the different rates and quantities you've sold to different customers. Having this data right there helps you quote competitively. And maybe even more importantly, it helps you stay consistent. Okay, so that's the historical data. But what about what's happening right now? Well, the system also gives you a live snapshot of your inventory for any item you're adding. So check this out. You can instantly see your current stock level, what it cost you, your potential sale price, and your profit margin. But look even closer. It's even showing you inventory aging. Now, if you see that some stock has been just sitting on the shelf for over 90 days, well, maybe it's time to offer a little discount to move it. That is making an informed decision right there in the moment. So all this data doesn't just sit there. It builds up to create this really intelligent system that doesn't just process information. It actively protects your business from some really common and often costly mistakes. So what does that look like? Well, think of it as your financial safety net. The system's going to warn you if you're about to sell something for less than you paid for it. It'll flag a purchase price that looks way too high, and it'll help you avoid those operational headaches by checking if you've already got an open order for that part. And here's a perfect example of that in action. As an item is being added, a little notification pops up. It basically says, hey, hold on, there's already an open order for this part with this supplier. Just a simple alert like that can save you from overstocking and a ton of confusion down the line. All right, now let's talk about repeat business. For any business with regular customers, you know how critical speed and accuracy are. So let's look at a feature that's designed to make that whole process a breeze. You know those customers who order the same list of items every month or every quarter? You shouldn't have to build that order from scratch every single time. It's a waste of time. With a system like this, you just don't have to. It's literally a one-click deal. With a single click, the system can load up every single item from a customer's last order. And it's not just the items, it's the exact quantities and the rates they paid. All you have to do is make any little tweaks if something's changed. Maybe they want a few more of one thing, a little less of another. It is a massive, massive time saver. Okay, let's switch gears to something really important: professionalism and clarity. We're talking about your terms and conditions. They shouldn't be some afterthought that you're just copying and pasting from an old Word doc. Instead, you can build a whole library of your standardized terms right inside the system. Think about your payment terms, delivery details, warranties, all of it. This makes sure that every single document that goes out the door is clear, professional, and, legally sound. But the real game changer here is how easy it is. You can apply your entire set of company terms with just one click. You can even create unique sets for specific vendors or customers if you need to. So no more repetitive typing, and more importantly, no more forgetting to include a really crucial clause. So when you put all of this together, what's the big takeaway? It's really about a fundamental shift in how you work. You're moving away from that chaotic, reactive mode where you're just trying to keep your head above water, and you're moving toward a streamlined, proactive way of managing a really core part of your business. And I'll leave you with this one question to think about. We often think of our software as just a tool for, recording what already happened. But what if your most important tool could actually be a partner? What if it could prevent a costly pricing mistake before you even make it? That, right there, is the difference between just getting the work done and actually getting it done right.